Rows of empty seats. Tickets selling for less than the price of a fast food meal. Just $6. And right in the middle of it all, Aya Wilson, the face of the league, one of the greatest players of her generation, watching as the stands failed to fill. Her frustration wasn't just about attendance. It was about respect. How could one of the most exciting finals in recent memory look this empty? Why is the league struggling to attract fans even when the product on the court has never been better? Tonight, we're diving deep into what really happened, from the ticket pricing fiasco to Aya Wilson's emotional response, and what it means for the future of women's basketball. The shock of the empty seats. The night started like any championship event. Lights flashing, cameras rolling, broadcasters hyping the matchup. But as the players took the court, a strange sight spread across social media. Whole sections of empty seats. Fans at home couldn't believe it. The WNBA Finals. And tickets were being sold for just $6? It wasn't a preseason game or a local scrimmage. It was the biggest stage of the season. Those images went viral within minutes. People began asking questions. Why was attendance so low? Was it poor marketing? High prices earlier that forced resale drops? Or was it something deeper? An audience that still wasn't fully supporting women's sports? Aya Wilson's reaction. Aya Wilson has never been afraid to speak her mind, and this time she didn't hold back. After the game, reporters asked her how it felt seeing so many empty seats during the finals. Her expression said it all before she even spoke. She said, "It's frustrating, because we put everything into this. The fans who show up, we appreciate them. But when people say they want to support women's sports, this is where it matters." That moment hit hard. Wilson wasn't angry at the fans. She was angry at the system. The marketing, the scheduling, the lack of consistent media coverage. She's been vocal for years about the WNBA deserving more visibility. But now, during its biggest moment, the lack of attendance felt like a slap in the face. The $6 ticket fiasco. $6. That's what it cost to attend the WNBA Finals in some sections. A price so shockingly low that it instantly trended online. To put that in perspective, that's cheaper than a movie ticket, a sandwich combo, or even parking outside most NBA arenas. According to reports, initial ticket prices were set too high for the market, pushing fans to wait. When sales lagged, resellers began slashing prices to unload unsold seats. The league and its ticketing partners tried to adjust, but by then, the narrative had already spread. Nobody's showing up. The optics were brutal. A half-empty arena during a finals broadcast on national television. Fans online mocked it. Critics used it as proof that the WNBA can't draw, and even supporters of the league couldn't ignore the disappointment. The bigger picture, a marketing breakdown. Compared to the NBA's billion-dollar campaigns, the WNBA's reach is limited. Many casual fans don't even know when or where games are happening. Major networks give them late time slots, minimal advertising, and inconsistent scheduling. When the finals rolled around, the hype was mostly confined to dedicated basketball circles, not the general sports audience. The league has superstars like Aya Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Caitlin Clark, yet the promotion doesn't always match the talent. Marketing isn't just about posters and tweets, it's about storytelling. The WNBA has compelling narratives. Rivalries, comeback stories, redemption arcs. But without mainstream exposure, those stories remain hidden from potential fans. The fans' perspective. Now, let's talk about the fans, the ones who do show up and the ones who don't. Those who attended the finals were loud, passionate, and loyal. Many traveled across states just to be there. But others online said something revealing. "I didn't even know the finals were happening." Some fans also mentioned accessibility issues, prices for travel, inconvenient scheduling, and lack of media coverage. For local fans, ticket prices were still confusing. While resale sites dropped prices to $6, official listings remained higher, creating frustration and missed opportunities. But it's also important to note, the WNBA fanbase is fiercely devoted. They engage online, buy merch, and support players year-round. The league's challenge isn't loyalty, it's visibility. Aya Wilson's message to the league. After her initial comments, Aya Wilson doubled down. She didn't just want sympathy. She wanted change. In a follow-up interview, she said, "We talk about growth, we talk about progress, but we can't grow if we're not seen. We deserve better coverage, better marketing, better respect." That line went viral, and it hit a nerve not just among fans but among other players and analysts. Many echoed her frustration, pointing out that players shouldn't have to beg for visibility in their own championship moment. Wilson's words carried weight because she's not just a star. She's a leader. She's done everything right. Dominated the court, promoted the league, inspired the next generation. Yet she's still fighting the same battles athletes before her did decades ago. The social media firestorm. Within hours, the internet was ablaze. Hashtags like hashtag WNBA Finals and hashtag Respect Women Athletes trended worldwide. Fans defended the players, while critics jumped at the chance to mock the league. Clips of empty seats circulated faster than any highlight reel. Memes compared the finals crowd to a local high school game. And through it all, Aya Wilson's quotes became rallying cries for reform. Even NBA players chimed in. Stars like LeBron James and Chris Paul voiced their support for Wilson and the WNBA. Celebrities called for more coverage, more marketing, more fairness. But the noise online didn't immediately translate to seats in arenas. It was a double-edged sword. Massive online engagement, but minimal real-world attendance. What the league got wrong. For one, the league underestimated fan behavior. Pricing strategies ignored market trends. Instead of building early hype, they relied on last-minute pushes that never reached enough people. Next, the timing. Finals games were scheduled against major NFL and college football events. Direct competition for TV audiences. That's not just bad luck. That's poor planning. Then there's the marketing approach. Instead of pushing emotional narratives like rivalries or redemption stories, most campaigns focused on generic slogans. The result? A disconnect between players' passion and public perception. Finally, there's the broadcast issue. Many fans couldn't even find where to watch. Some games aired on secondary networks or streamed behind paywalls, alienating potential viewers. Aya Wilson's legacy beyond the court. Her emotional response to the finals didn't just resonate within basketball circles. It crossed into cultural conversation. People began to see her not just as an athlete, but as an advocate for women's sports equality. Wilson's leadership extends beyond stats or trophies. She represents the modern athlete, outspoken, passionate, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. And by calling out the system, she may have sparked the very movement the WNBA needs. Young players look up to her not only for her game, but for her courage. She's showing the next generation that speaking up isn't weakness, it's power. In the long run, this controversy might define a turning point for the league. And when the WNBA finally reaches the recognition it deserves, fans will look back and say, Aya Wilson helped make that happen. The future of the WNBA. So what happens next? The WNBA has two choices. Treat this finals fiasco as another PR problem, or as the wake-up call it truly is. If the league listens to Aya, to the players, to the fans, it could redefine women's basketball for the next generation. That means real marketing, better scheduling, and stronger partnerships with networks that believe in the product. Because make no mistake, the product isn't the issue. The players are elite. The stories are compelling. The passion is real. The only thing missing is consistent investment and attention. This finals disaster was embarrassing, but it was also revealing. It showed how much people do care when the story is told right.